What is up, guys? My name is Pocketcraft and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make an automatic iron farm in Cobblemon without having mobs enabled. This farm is super simple to build. It'll take you less than 5 minutes and it will provide all the iron you ever need completely passively. So if you find this video helpful, please hit that subscribe button. We're really pushing to 100k subscribers and let's get into it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is clutch a Klink or any other Pokemon that drops iron when knocked out, but Klink is going to be your best bet here. And Klink is a common spawn in the entire overworld, so it really shouldn't take you too long to find one. If you can't find Klink, you can look on the Cobblemon wiki for any Pokemon that drops raw iron when knocked out. There's a couple like Aron or Durant, but Klink is going to be the best one because the only item it drops is iron. It doesn't drop anything else. Then the only other thing you need for this farm is to make sure you have the Cobblemon Pasture Collector mod enabled. This is one of my new favorite Cobblemon side mods, and I'll have the link in the description below. This mod introduces an item called the Pasture Bin, which is crafted with 6 iron and 2 stone, looking like this in the interface. So you'll want to make sure you build one of these, and then you'll need a normal pasture block as well, which can be crafted like this. Then all you need to do is place down a pasture block, dig down 2 blocks next to the pasture block, place a chest, place a hopper going into that chest, and then place your pasture bin on top of that hopper. Then obviously you'll want to open this up so you can actually access the chest, and you can decorate this to make it as pretty as you would like. Then in the pasture block here, you're going to want to put Klink, or if I were you, what I would actually do is make sure you evolve Klink into its final form, Klink. This will increase your output the most, but if you're lazy, Klink will work as well. But we're gonna go with Klink Lang to show the best option here, and then I'll explain how this all works as it's going. So the pasture bin item, what it does is it looks through all of the Pokemon in the pasture block, and it takes one of the items that it can drop when knocked out every couple, maybe 30 seconds or so. I don't know the exact time. I think it's somewhat random. And then it will collect that item. They can only collect one at a time. So you want to make sure you have a hopper here to collect that item and send it down into a chest for collection. Now we could put tons of different Pokemon in here and vary what we get, but to make a strict iron farm, you're just going to want to go with one Pokemon that has the best odds. So like I said earlier, Klink can only drop iron when knocked out, when other Pokemon like Aron can also drop berries and hard stones and stuff like that. So if you only want iron, Klink's your best bet because you won't get any of those other items. And then Klink Lang, the final form, is better because it can drop 0 to 3 iron when knocked out, but Klink, the max it can drop is 1. And you probably saw a second ago there were some green sparkles above here. That means it has collected an item. So you can see here we have 2 raw iron. Now this probably isn't as fast as like a traditional iron farm with iron golems, but if you don't have mobs enabled in Cobblemon, those are impossible to build because there's no zombies to frighten the villagers to get the iron golems to spawn. So this is the most efficient one you can build, and it still works really fast. I would say it gathers iron about every minute or so. So if you AFK overnight, it will gather a pretty healthy amount of iron, or just put this near your base and you'll be constantly farming iron non-stop. Now you'll notice here that this is raw iron, so you'll have to smelt it before you can do anything with it. So this is kind of obnoxious. So there is one way to get around this, and that is Hisuian Sliggoo and Hisuian Goodra do have the option of dropping iron ingots rather than just raw iron. However, they have 2 other items that they can drop as well, so your rate of getting iron is going to be a lot lower, and it's a much more rare Pokemon to come by. So that is an option as well. You could use that instead if you don't want to have to smelt the iron, but it is going to slow down your production. If you like passive farms like this, please hit that like button so I know to make more for you. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on anything new, and check out this video right here where I show you how to make an automatic blaze powder farm in Cobblemon.